Apologies for arriving late, but I've been blooded for my very first state of origin as an honorary New South Welshman, and I didn't enjoy it very much at all. No. I have to say, hey MG, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm getting there, buddy. I need a big hug and a cuddle, but
you'll
I'm
get
okay.
one when you get back to Sydney. I know you've just recorded a pretty comprehensive conversation with your pal.
Yeah, Dave Riccio. Yep, I did.
So we'll play that shortly. In the meantime, though, I have to say, and again, I know nothing about rugby league is my motto, but that seemed pretty on brand for me for both teams. Disappointment on behalf of New South Wales, and then the last two tries go to Queensland, who again guts their way out of a terrible situation to break New South Wales' hearts at the knock. Is that fair?
I think that's very fair. I think you've summed it up beautifully, Mick. I think as a man who doesn't pay that much attention to rugby league, you're certainly learning really quickly, because that was on brand. Queensland somehow fought back last night. I was at about 12 minutes to go. Flegler got sin binned, and
it was done.
Record, I don't think it was even a penalty, let alone a sin bin.
No.
I'm walking from the eastern side grandstands over to the western side grandstands to start celebration with New South Wales. Well, didn't I go off too quick? Then as I was walking to the western side grandstand, I heard a big roar. I saw them score a try, and then the last try when Lindsay Collins jumped above the pack to grab the ball, and
wow.
And it was just it was one of them nights. And look, the blowtorch now will go on New South Wales. It always does. The losing team cops it. The losing team, the losing coach, the losing players, they cop it. Billy Slater is vindicated in a lot of people's eyes for leaving so many big names out. It was just one of them games last night that New South Wales, and well, I spoke to Dave Riccio, as you mentioned. He was in the he was in the sheds straight after the game last night. There's a lot of head shaking. So that'll happen. They had that game, New South Wales. I thought, 18-16 with 12 minutes to go, and that's a hard one to lose, Mickey. That's a hard one.
It is a hard one. I felt the same when you a man up with 10 minutes to go and in front on the scoreboard, you go, not done and dusted, but nothing silly here.
Yeah.
And then from almost that point onwards, it just blew up. Obviously, you'll have fond memories of Adelaide.
Yeah, well, I even this morning. So both me and you were on our way to the station. I was on the way to the station here. You're on your way to this. My car last night he must be a Queensland supporter, because I got a car arrived the day before at 5:15. I went down there at 5:10 this morning and it wasn't there, so I had to run to work, and so it started off beautifully today. Yeah, real good. Oh man.
Well, I'm late because I just had a 20-minute Ream shower. I just thawed out, and thank you, Ream. I blame Ream for me being late this morning. The autopsy continues on the big program here today after State of Origin 1 in Adelaide went pear-shaped. For the great state of New South Wales on the knock. They got rolled again by some magic from Queensland. MG, let's go through your origin moments that mattered from game one, please.
Yeah, Mickey. Well, would you believe that all the moments that mattered happened in the last 12 minutes? In the 68th minute, Tom Flegler was sent to the sin bin. New South Wales were in control and leading the Maroons 18-16. He was sent to the sin bin, which probably wasn't even a penalty for the high shot. In origin context, really. But it was a decision that changed everything, as it all went downhill from New South Wales from that moment.
Here's a heavy tackle. They're now launching at these New South Wales players. Drabojevic is going to stay down here. Blues thought there was a high tackle involved here. Don't see from that angle. That's
it was a shoulder. It was the left shoulder there. It was actually Flegler, and there's not a lot he can do there, really. What are they calling Flegler out for now? They're putting him on a report for that.
No, they're not going to put him in the bid, are they? So.
Oh, no, they can't.
Oh, that'll do me.
No.
Tom Flegler
will do.
Has been sent to the sin bin.
Not a popular decision.
No, because of what it did, Mick, it kind of stirred Queensland on, because it was while Flegler was in the bin, 73rd minute, New South Wales were in control. They had a repeat set on the Queensland line, then almost out of nothing, a long shift, as we spoke about earlier, when they passed the ball through the hands of Cherry Evans, Grant, and then Munster gives the ball to Hammer. A little bit of room to move, and then the rest is history.
Cherry Evans throws to Grant. Grant keeps it going to Munster. Munster, he shots off a defender. That was Hines. Now to the Hammer. Hammer's away. He gets into the clear. Hammer comes to the fullback. Right foots him and scores! Queensland! They never, ever, ever say die! And the Hammer has scored! The Maroons are in front! They've got no one on the bench! They've got 12 on the field! The fullback slipped over! The Hammer turned, I think it was Tedesco, into a witch's hat! 20 to 18! Kickleby from in front! That has come from nowhere!
There it was, the unfolding disaster, and of course, then it all came down to the sealer.
Well, one of the most incredible plays in Origin history, you would say, occurred in the 76th minute. It sealed a miraculous Queensland victory because Daly Cherry Evans put a little short bomb up on the side. You wouldn't believe it. Their front row forward and teammate of Tedesco, Lindsay Collins, soars above his teammate and basically passes the ball to Cameron Munster, which seals the deal.
30 away, comes to Cherry Evans, kicking down the blind side. Queen Tedesco forward. Oh, ripped out of his hands by Collins. Gets it on to Munster. Game over. Queensland will win. Munster boots the ball into the second tier of the Riverbank stand. And this is one of the great nights in Queensland Origin history. How on earth have they won this game?
Waiter, check please. That's the end of it. Well, thank you for outlining that for us, big fella.